This is About That Business, hosted by Rom Wills, author, speaker, and entrepreneur. Sit back and enjoy.
Greetings, fam. Today I'm going to talk about surviving the retail apocalypse. Now, this is based on a video I saw a few days ago, and where it was interviewing this gentleman who's a retail authority, really an expert in the field, Howard Davidowitz. And he, the link for that interview is in the description box. I would just say the first part is really getting into retail, and then the second part is more some political stuff. But I'll let you listen for yourself. But anyway, he said several things during the first part of the interview I thought was interesting, right? One of the things he talked about was, he said the United States is very overstored, meaning it has 5 times the retail space as other companies. Retail space per person. We just have too many stores. And really, I think that's part of the reason why the retail industry is shrinking. Because we all know there are a lot of stores. It's almost like you can't go 5 feet without coming across some type of retail establishment or some type of fancy eating establishment, which is by many people considered part of the retail industry. And he was talking about something I knew anyway. And most people can see how 2 things are really killing the retail industry, and that's Amazon and just overall online. And he was talking about how the jobs will be for a significant portion of retail will be in fulfillment and delivery. And really the delivery part, that's more like UPS, FedEx, and other delivery companies. But it'll be in fulfillment, because one thing he pointed out, instead of having 12 stores, 12 actual retail establishments, all you need with the online thing is 1 retail center. And I'm in agreement with that, because I've said that too. I've got some familiarity with the retail industry, and just because of past experience. And I was looking. I know people now who work in retail who work in fulfillment, and really, I was like, all they need is a good warehouse. Like some of these major stores, they could still do just as brisk business, even better business. If they just put all this stuff in a big warehouse. Or convert a major store, instead of letting it sit empty, just convert it to a fulfillment center. And I already know, like some major department stores, they actually serve as fulfillment centers. But, while people are still shopping in there, people are still ordering, they still fulfilling online orders. But, cost effective as companies have to cut, somebody might say, hey, you know what? We can save money. Instead of having to pay 200 people that work in this store, we can put or 200 people that work in 10 stores each. Shoot, we can just maybe with 20 people and maybe some robots just have this fulfillment center, and we're good to go. And what he was saying, like the retail thing, and one of the things, because some people hear about like the retail stores going down and they feel like, hey, this doesn't affect my job. I don't work in retail anyway. Well, it has a cascading effect. Because, with the retail going down, of course, there's a large number of people who will now be unemployed and who now need to get other jobs. And that could be a problem depending on what their skill level is, because now you got more people competing for that job that you have that may not be dealing with retail. Then it was like that's killing real estate. When stores close, that people, that's still a big ass building right there that, a mall management or whoever owns that property, they're not getting rent on. And trust me, you're talking several thousands, maybe even millions, depending on the space. All of a sudden, that starts to affect other things. All of a sudden, this retail company, they got employees. They might not be able to afford everything. And it's interesting too. It's interesting because retail won't go away. One of the things Mr. Davidowitz said was, you still going to have some stores out there, like dollar stores. They building like crazy, and I'm noticing. I see a lot of them. I see a lot of dollar stores. They're not doing stuff on. Well, actually, you know what? Though I take that back. Dollar stores do business online, but not to the same extent. If you get something from a dollar store, you pretty much gotta. They ain't gonna send you one item for $1. You pretty much gotta get bulk items, and you can still get stuff online. But their main business is, people just getting something real quick, and they do brisk business. People wonder why, people would go to a dollar store and get whatever. But there's a lot of stuff out there. It might not be the same quality, but you know what? It adds up real quick. Because if you got steady customers and they, you get some who just gonna spend $1 on something, and sometimes even less. But then you get some people, they'll buy a whole bunch of stuff and they spending like $40 or something. And if you get a store that's fairly busy in a busy enough place, they make a lot of money. So there's a lot of those. Also, discount stores. Discount stores ain't really online as far as I know, because their main thing is to have stuff that the major stores didn't want shipped to their location, and they're just selling it. They getting all those like out of style stuff and everything. So that's more or less people still have to go to them to actually find something. Now, they might have an online presence. I'm not sure. I mean, I could probably check, but for the most part, he talked about the discount stores and also the home improvement stores. They're still building. People still have houses, and they still need stuff fixed around there. Even though currently I'm not even living in a house, there's still some little stuff I don't bother calling, my building management to fix, because it's just like, y'all take too long. I'll do it myself. So that's always there. Now, one of the things, surviving it, he talked about what to do to survive, and I'm kind of in agreement. Now, he did say there was an opportunity in technology and STEM, but I actually received, as I, listened to the video, made the notes, and I'm recording this now. I have to put an asterisk beside that because I have another video coming. And this was based on a comment by the esteemed mayor of New York. That might not be as much an opportunity as people think. But I'm gonna just throw it out there. He did say, "Hey, get into engineering, get into all of that." Which, I mean, in general, is still, if you have a love for it, you want to do that. And then he talked a lot about, just blue collar jobs. Blue collar jobs. There is actually a need for more technicians. Because look, it's summertime, air conditioners break down. Plumbing, I don't think, all the twists and turns somebody has to do with plumbing. I don't think, honestly, I don't think they can really automate it. I'm quite sure somebody will try. But plumbers, because trust me, they do a lot. One plumbing company, they come in your home. They ain't just they replace a washer. They might have to replace pipes and cut stuff and do some plastering work, do some caulking work. There's a lot to that, and just anything dealing with home services. I believe our brother Preem, he said that talking about home services. So there's opportunity, and it did say becoming an entrepreneur. Now I will put asterisks with that too, but the reason why, because it's not always a simple matter for someone to make the transition from maybe working as a manager in a retail establishment to becoming an entrepreneur. Because as someone with experience in the retail industry, the reality, at least for them, for the majority of people, they might not be able to become entrepreneurs. They might not have the aptitude for it. I hate to say that. But I'm just being honest. So, but in general, on paper, it's still a great idea. If they have, if they have an idea, they have the ability to do so. So, and as I've said in other videos, and really the whole theme of this channel, definitely people have to look towards that, because the changes are coming. The changes are coming, at least for a little while. Because retail's not going to disappear totally. It's impossible, even with online and everything, because there's still people who much prefer to try on stuff. And a little secret with the online stuff, especially when people get it from department stores, and it's not said, a lot of these people return stuff and to try on something. And then when they try, if they return something they got online, they go to that store, there's a tendency for them to buy some other stuff. So retail's not going to disappear totally. It's not going to, regardless, but it will shrink. But there's plenty of things out there that people need to look at in order to survive it. But anyway, check out the link in the description box, okay? So, anyway, as always, let's go make that money.